My name is Stephen Marty Welch. I'm a painter and I based my career around portraiture. I enjoy the continual challenges that different characters bring to my work, and they allow me a huge opportunity to vary my style, and no two sitters are ever the same. It's not often you get two Knights of the Realm on the same show, but my conversations start with that famous mad butcher, Sir Peter Leitch. If I can make sure I can cut through the sales pitch, he'll be a really intriguing sitter for me and a visually strong subject for a portrait. In direct contrast is the other most famous New Zealand knight, retail king Sir Micheal Hill. With a track record of stunning success, was it always so easy for him? Yeah, I really want to hear it from the man himself. We all know you as Micheal Hill jeweller. So Whangarei is where Micheal Hill jeweller started?
It started in Whangarei. Well, it started a long way back because I studied music and was hoped to be a concert violinist.
Okay.
But it never really worked out, so...
Why?
Well, I guess my parents, or my mum in particular, wanted me to aspire to something, and I was very, very poor at school. So after 18 months playing the violin, I entered the Herald Violin competition in Auckland here, which they had a violin competition then, and I didn't win it. So when I came back home, my uncle was waiting for me in the who owned the jewellery shop in Whangarei, where my parents worked, and got me into my little room there and said, "Boy, you've been fiddling around, wasting your parents' time for 18 months. You're going to get a real job tomorrow. I'm going to make a watchmaker out of you, son." And that's how I started my career in the jewellery business. So he's put you on the path of... And I hated it too. I hated to start with, yeah.
You from Wellington?
I'm from Wellington,
yep.
Born and bred there, come to Auckland, and started in Rosella Road, our first little shop, and then things progressed from there.
From a young lad from Wellington to where you are now, I mean, what's been some of your biggest personal struggles to get where you are?
Oh, the dyslexia, not being able to know your timetables, your alphabet, just to look a phone number up in the book.
Yeah.
It's been a great, disadvantage. But then again, you just got to overcome those and go forward, If you reach your brick wall, you've got to knock the bastard down, and that's what you do.
So you've just found ways that you just cope with it and ways around it?
Oh, not around. Go through it.
Yep. Go through it?
Don't circle the wagon, go straight through them. I sort of grew with a bit of confidence, and I think just sort of, I woke up one day and I had it, I don't think I always had it. But different people have different versions of you when you're a young boy, I've got family friends that reckon I was very confident when I was young, and other people say, he was very meek and mild, I am what I am.
Because I was no good as a watchmaker. I really was very poor at it, really. Yeah. So after about 3 months of that, I was wrecking far too many watches. It was very awkward, and I really didn't want to work there, but was told to do it. I was a very timid boy, so I did. But the funny part is my dad was brought up from a different background because he was an Electrolux salesman back in the early days, and sold vacuum cleaners door to door in the Depression. So he'd learnt the art of selling very, very well, and jewellery business was usually run up from people who were at the bench, or at the watchmaker or jeweller, that put things in the window and they sort of sold themselves. My dad really could sell, so he turned some pretty remarkable
and were there lessons that you learnt well from him that you've brought with you through to how you run your business?
My dad was quite an integral part of me learning the skills of retail, but I really didn't think I had any future, and I could never really see any big picture, and I stood behind that counter for 23 years, thinking I would never amount to anything. You've
had family members and friends that have helped you out with with the business and you employ?
Oh, not really. My wife has been a very big part of it, and the girls have both worked in the business at some stage.
Yeah.
You know, but in main, I've led the charge. You know, and it's taken its toll. But I'm pretty happy. I mean, I set out and really I just wanted one little butcher shop.
How many stores did you own when you actually sold the business?
We franchised them, to be fair. We had 35 here.
35?
Yeah.
So every major centre?
Oh, no, just down to Christchurch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still good.
But they're still rocking, to be fair. It's not easy running a business, you know. The first few years I was in business, we lost money, but I was determined and kept on it. But you've got to face reality. Not everyone's suited to be in business.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got to realise that very quickly, because otherwise you can spend a lot of time digging the hole deeper for yourself. You know.
So this phenomenon of Michael Hill jeweller just didn't happen overnight.
No.
There was a long period.
It didn't happen until, well, basically I married a girl from Yorkshire in England, and we had a home in Whangarei, and then we decided to build a grand home, and we ran out of money totally, but we finished it, and it was it was an amazing home.
Yeah.
And we went to the pictures one night. When we came out, there was
This is the day.
a message to say that it was on fire.
Yeah.
And as we went to that fire in the car, I realised it was all over, and everything I'd touched in life was not really very good, and that I'd never really tried hard enough. And we stood above the house and on the property and just watched it burn, and the intensity of flames was so great that it was raining heavily, and it cleared the whole area. It just and it all went up in a big cloud. And it actually took me up spiritually with it. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I've played life far too safe. I took a card out of my pocket and wrote on, I'm going to own my uncle's jewellery business. See, I never had the guts to stand up to my uncle. He was a bit of a bully. It was probably the best thing that happened to me, because I opened up in opposition to my uncle's jewellery shop.
Do you like to be called Sir Peter?
Why wouldn't you? It's a great name.
Yeah.
No, look, I don't.
It's got a good
care.
ring to it.
Yeah. Look, I don't care. People call me what they like. I mean, if they want to call me Sir Peter, that's fine. But I don't insist on it. You know what I mean? It's.
People will yell up from across the road, Butch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might sing back, "It's Sir Butch now, mate, or I'll knock you out."
Yeah.
You know.
But
and
that's you, though.
That's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
You know. But I do, whenever I sign my name, I put Sir in it.
Yeah.
I'm just happy with the title.
Yeah.
You know. From a boy from Newtown, youngest of 7 children, working class family, to get the old dong. I was one of those people that I found my utopia, you know. A lot of people get into business and they never find their utopia. And I'm a great fan of Michael Hill's, you know, and what he's achieved is incredible. But now he's in Canada and America, but you got to admire what he's achieved, you know. Graham Hart's another one, you know, great. I mean, we've got some great success stories coming out of New Zealand from ordinary people, not people born in money. You know, position in retail, you've got to get the right position. It's the 3 Ps, position, position, position. You sort your own market. I've got a 8-year-old grandson called Reuben. He said to me the other day, he said, "Gee, Pop, you're a smart man." I said, "Why is that, Reuben?" We're in the car. He said, "Well, Pop, who would want to go to Bob's butcher shop when there's the mad butcher?"
Yeah. 8-year-old's got it.
Then he said, "The other thing, Pop, is you're a wise man because you gave people good meat at cheap prices." 8-year-old boy. But he was right. That's how I cottoned on to a gimmick, the mad butcher, gave people good, and the new owner, Michael Morton, still gives them good value for their money, you know. And
it's quite a simple ethos,
it's
isn't
simple.
it? Being the businessman that you are, Butch, do you get a lot of people coming to you for advice?
Well, first I'm a butcher, not a businessman.
Yeah.
I'm just a butcher that's done all right. Advice, look, it's very simple. Work hard. Treat people like you want to be treated yourself. And be honest in your business dealings.
How was your family and friends during that time too? I mean,
it was terrible.
You must have relied on them so much.
Oh, it was terrible. It was really awful. And my uncle was furious, and my dad was sort of very upset.
Yeah.
And my mum was upset. But in 18 months, we were taking more than the business had been there for 50 years. It was that quick. It was unbelievable. We had a very good customer. I had customers from all over Northland that would come in to see me. There was Bernie Mudgeway from over that way.
Mudgeway, that sounds familiar.
He was a farmer, and I can remember Bernie would swap a diamond ring for some meat.
Yeah.
And I said, Bernie, you owe me. You haven't paid me. And he says, I'll bring you over a pig. And he was a bit of a character, this guy. So it was close to Christmas, and he phones me and says, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Could you be outside? So I go out to the shop, and Bernie's sitting in the car, and in the passenger seat with a seat strap on it is a dead pig. Would you believe? I mean, It was so damn funny. So so that's the way he delivered it. He was a bit of a prankster.
Being the philanthropist that you are...
No, I'm a butcher, mate. I'm not a philanthropist.
Well,
I'm a butcher.
You dabble in it.
Yeah, I'm a butcher, yeah.
Yep. When you bring... with the Christchurch earthquake, you've brought a lot of Cantabrians up here to Auckland. How does that make you feel? I mean...
Oh, it's got to make you feel great, make you feel $1 million. Well, there's two sides of that. You feel sad when you hear their stories, you know.
Yeah, because they are shocking.
But then when you put them on the plane and they're fizzing and they say, oh, Butch, we love you, you'll be our friend for the rest of our life, you know, and, you know, you come to Canterbury, you want anything, come and see us, we'll do anything for you. That's got to make you feel good, you know. But, there's a touch of sadness. I had dinner the other night with some children from Christchurch that had lost their parents, and that was quite emotional. And in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be in Christchurch for a charity boxing bout down there, you know, so, yeah.
And are you the sort of person that always remembers the little guys from the beginning and from the early years? Is that integral to, you know, who you are as a businessman?
I like finding people that others miss.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that may not perhaps look as if they've got the qualities, but you can tell a person that's got a desire to really want to do something in life, and they've got a sort of you can tell by their eyes, and they just have a spirit that they really, really want to do something. And if you can discover those people and give them an opportunity and give them some goal setting, and encourage them and mentor them and let them grow, it's amazing what we've produced.
So how would you define success then?
I think
for you personally.
Okay, well that's a very interesting question, really. Basically, what I really want is to have my 1,000 stores, to be a global brand, which is I mean, it could sound egotistic, but it's not really. I really want us to have a global brand that aspires to the next generation or two below me. It carries on to become bigger and greater. And then, you know, I would like my violin competition, which is now in the 6th of the world, to become absolutely huge. And then we give things to people like Cure Kids, and so giving back, you get back twice as much. So it's a lovely thing to do.
So Micheal has a feature that lies behind his carefully presented appearance. It's almost a vulnerable quality. It's as though his personal history is written onto his face, all the struggles and the success. It'll make for a really interesting portrait. From being that high-profile businessman to being retired, what's the difference for you? What's the main difference?
Well, the high profile's got higher, but the business is zero, because I don't do any business.
You still do the promos and...
I get paid to work for the company, That's good. Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the easy life. If you believe that, you believe in the tooth fairy. I'm busier now than I've ever been. Because I've actually opened a museum called Sir Peter's Museum, the People's Museum.
Now, where's that based?
In Manuera.
Yep.
And it's been mind-boggling. It takes a lot of work, but but it's a real challenge and people are loving it. So yeah, it's all good stuff.
And how many years have you been collecting this memorabilia?
Oh, a long time. It's all stuff I bought at charity auctions, you know what I mean? I was in a charity auction a weekend ago, and for a sick policeman in Wellington, I brought a bit of stuff down there, you know, so added to it, you know.
And it's not all leg, it's
No,
right
it's
across
a
the whole
sports
spectrum?
museum.
Is the legacy side important to you? You want to be remembered a certain way?
No,
Or you just,
no, I couldn't.
whatever?
Look, as long as people say he was a good bugger, the old butcher, that will do me.
That'll do
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I've done all of my legwork that I've done. All I've been doing is while we've been talking, I've been sorting out the composition of how I want the painting going. I've been writing a few notes on what I want to take and what I want to remember when I actually sit down and do your portrait. Not too hard?
It's a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing the final work.
I've blocked in everything that I need, so I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. And I'll go back to the studio, and then when it's done, hopefully you'll come back in and give me a bit of praise.
Remember,
Okay.
if it ain't good, you're a dead man walking.
I've had troubles with Butch because he's so animated. And is it Sir Peter Leitch? Is it Butch? Is it the Mad Butcher? And just trying to get these elements of who he is on one canvas. I've just found just that little bit hard. Essentially, Michael Hill's painting is 3. I've already done my sketch. At the moment, I'm just doing my colour sketch. I really enjoy this stage of the painting because it's freer. I'm just throwing the paint around. It's getting back to what I think painting should be, just freeing everything up, and it just flows. It's great. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm apprehensive.
Okay, well look, let's just get straight into it.
Okay.
I'll get you to stand in front of the easel if you just want to stand here. I'm going to leave,
Okay.
and at your own time, just turn around.
Right.
All right, you'll be good.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the one on the right. It's certainly different. Actually, I'm liking it more than I thought I liked it. It's just a bit of a shock to see yourself, actually. Very difficult subject. Actually, I'm quite liking it. I can't believe I like it. I like it. No, that's very good. It was just the one on the right. I just wondered whether it looked like I had bloody no teeth or something of it. It just looked like my mouth was in a bit. That was the only. That was the only thing that sort of threw me a bit. You've done a damn good job.
You can see the road that I've sort of taken with
Yes, I can.
the rough diamond,
Yes.
working out my
Yes.
cuts,
Yes.
where I'm going, sorting out my polishing, and then there is the finished product that you get.
This is pretty cool.
Everyone that's come over to the studio
Yes.
and has seen that hanging on the wall, because I've actually been living with it for a little bit,
Oh, okay.
they know who you are straight away. They go, that's my whole job. I say, yeah, but they go, but look, it's him stripped down. It's him how we'd never probably see him, and I think that's probably what gives the work as a whole piece sort of a bit more weight than just if I'd done that. That would have been senseless.
Yes. No, I think you've done an exceptional job. You're very talented. Thank you very much.
No, thank you for taking part.
Thank you.
So what I'll do is I'll get you to stand just here for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go put it on the easel, and I'll come back. Don't turn around.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I'll wait here patiently.
Good on ya.
Very patiently.
Okay. I'm going to leave the room, and just when you're ready, you can just turn around.
Right.
Good? How are you feeling?
A bit nervous, really.
Yeah? At your own time.
Okay.
All right.
Mate, I'm not smiling. It's very good, though. It's very good. It's very lifelike. Very lifelike. Yeah. It's a very serious look at me, to be fair. I didn't know I could be that serious. Yeah. Certainly looks like me. It's like I'm looking in a mirror, to be fair. Yeah. It's a, it's a work of art, there's no question about that. I'm disappointed you didn't make me smiling. No, that's...
You are an extremely hard sitter to paint. Okay. Because you're so animated, Sir Peter. You just... Here and here, so I have to settle on a final image.
But mate, I think it's very lifelike. It's like looking in the mirror, to be fair.
I'll take that.
Looking in the mirror. I think that's a compliment, isn't it?
I'll take that to the bank any day.
Yeah, no. No, very, very good. Congratulations. Well done.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, Sir Michael, I'm going to show you my portrait. What do you think, Sir Michael? I would have liked to smile in there, but, you know, I think it's like, it's just like looking in the mirror, isn't it? It does look like me. What do you think?
I'm not so sure that we needed to smile, but it does look a bit sorrowful, and you're not really a sorrowful guy, are you? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Sir Peter, come with me. Have a look at.
All right, Sir Michael.
Have a look at this.
The two nights together. You've got 3 dimension. Yes. Yes, that's certainly Michael Hill.
Is it Michael Hill or is it Michael Hill?
Michael Hill!
Jeweller.
Yeah. What do you think, Michael?
Well, at first that was quite a shock. After a while, I grew to like it, and I think it has a lot of character to the paintings. I'm quite pleased with it.
Yeah, I go along with that. I think that's you, to be fair. Yeah. That's you.
Oh well, we've done it.
Congratulations.
We're both in the painted business.
Yeah. Portraits. Yeah.
Portraits.
Yeah.